North Carolina. And a high, short kick that is taken and dropped out of bounds at the 26-yard line. At the 26-yard line. And Johnson with the handoff. Ricardo Lewis around right end and across the 31-yard line out to the 36. Second down, or first down. And the handoff right up the middle to Cameron Artis-Payne. And he bowls his way out near the 44-yard line as we take a look at the 43-yard line. The handoff to Trey Mason. Stiff arms one man across midfield and out of bounds in Western Carolina territory. Payne, Harris, Clark, and Morgan. Again, Trey Mason with a cut inside the 40, down close to the 35-yard line. Freshman Jeremy Johnson. And Johnson will pass for the first time. First down to Trovon Reed at the 20-yard line. Mason into the clear, inside the 5, down to the goal line.
Wow, that looked like he got
in. One pass is Cody Parkey with the extra point. Cody Parkey to kick it away. And Sean Warren from the 1. And Warren swarmed at the 9-yard line. First and 10 for the Catamounts. The ball is at the 10. And a handoff and not much doing for Darius Ramsey. The rollout and the throw up the sideline and incomplete. Pass was intended for Terrion Robinson. 32% this season for Western Carolina on third down. Mitchell rolling and throwing. The pass intended and over the head of Cornoris Benson. The up man about 10 yards in front. A low line drive kick, and Reed is the one that takes it at the 43-yard line. Trying to get to the far side of the field and taken down. Lines up just to the left of Johnson. Marcus Davis, the man in motion. Johnson looking downfield. Stevens has it for a first down for the Tigers. With a man in motion, and Payne will run it. Big hole up the middle. And Payne inside the 25-yard line, still pushing forward. And a good second effort set for the Tigers. Play action in the throw. That's Daquan Bray. Able to get past two men, and Bray inside the 20-yard line, down to about the 19-yard line. And Payne back at the Wildcat for Auburn. And he will run it, and he will get the first down. He's inside the 10. Inside the 10, down to the 8 for the Payne, the man in motion. On the rollout, Johnson. He throws. Touchdown!
I'll tell you what, Jeremy Johnson, if you're looking for something to indicate how he's feeling, he looks so calm and relaxed in what he's doing. There's no hurry in what.
Perfect on the day. 3 of 3 as Cody Parkey puts it through the upright.
Receivers that haven't caught a lot of passes catch passes.
Sean Warren will let this one go over his. Mitchell out of the shotgun on first and 10 from the 25. The handoff and some room up the middle. And there's the first run by Mitchell. And he gets across the 30 out to the 31-yard line. Mitchell out of the shotgun with time. Now flushed and throws, and the pass is complete at midfield to Cornoris Benson. A set for Western Carolina. The handoff to Ramsey, and he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. Go in the first quarter, 14-0 Auburn. Second and 15. The throw is complete. And taken down inside or back to the original line of scrimmage. Mitchell in some trouble. And a lot of room to run now. First down and more for Mitchell, and out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. From the 29, first and 10 for Western Carolina. Ramsey the carry, and taken down after a 1-yard gain on the 28-yard line. Play action, Mitchell eludes one man and then immediately goes down. D. Ford got one shot at him, got him on the second crack.
Got him.
The Tigers, to be sure. Mitchell sets up and throws. It is a complete Cornoris Benson, and Benson taken down at the 32-yard line. And this is a 47-yard attempt. Make that 49 yards. He has plenty of leg.
Boy, didn't he?
And he made it. Seacrest had just hit the 49-yard field goal, the very high, short kickoff. And a nice return for the Tigers. Typically, you don't see.
Gabe Sanders.
Double wide receiver set, 3 in the backfield with Johnson, who goes back to pass and looks long down the seam, and it's incomplete. Marcus Davis in motion and paying up the middle. Oh, excuse me, it is Davis on the carry and out across midfield. A nice run by Marcus Davis. Stays in as the tailback as Johnson retreats to throw and looks long down the field, and it's caught. Touchdown!
And that's the way to use that arm right there. Boy, a very nice pass all the way down the field, and I like Gus Malzahn coming back to another deep ball and letting him throw it again. And
it was the man that was intended on the incomplete pass, Ricardo Lewis. And true. High and deep and through the uprights. Mitchell on the quarterback draw. And taken down on the play. A gain of 3 on first down, and Mitchell will try and run this one again. Puts his head down and gets out to about the 30-yard line. Mitchell a handoff. And shy of the Western Carolina first down yard line. Bray up at the 40. And Seacrest punts it away. And past Bray as it takes a Western Carolina bounce inside the 10 or the 15-yard line. He is in a slot. He has been moved to the wide receiver spot. And here's Corey Grant. Cuts it upfield and gets to the 15-yard line. And then Johnson gets away from one man, throws on the run, and shy on the play of this first quarter. And it's 3rd down and 8. Johnson throws complete. And a pass complete out there for Melvin Ray. 10 yards on the play, and here's Trey Mason. Flag is down in the backfield as Mason gets out to about the 33-yard line on what may be the final play of the first quarter. And Hubert Owens will give us the call.
Offense.
This will come back.
Take your previous spot. Still first down.
And in motion, Ricardo Lewis to the outside, across the 40, out to the 46 for Western Carolina, to the 46-yard line. First down. Mason into the backfield. Mason with the carry. And Mason taken down after maybe a yard, and that's about all. It's Grant on the carry. Good block. Grant into the clear. Grant is gone. Touchdown, Auburn. 49 yards.
That man hits the sidelines.
White to hold for Parkey, and the extra point is on the way, and it is good. And Cody Parker with a low line drive that is over the head. And he drops the snap. He's going to try and run with it. An open field for Sullivan. And dives across the 40-yard line. Now 257 yards in rushing. And he looks and he throws, and it's almost taken the other way by Anthony Swain. And if he holds on to it, he's gone. Yeah. Just got the play off on time. And the handoff to number 25, Gary Lewis, and a nice gain for Lewis. 3rd down is Western Carolina. And Sullivan will run it. And he is shy of the first down as he's taken down at midfield by Swain. End over end kick that Bray takes at the 10. A trio. Play action in the throw to Quan Bray, and Bray is run down from behind as he gets out across the 15-yard line by number 94, John Macbeth. Grant in motion. Grant with the carry to the outside, now cuts it back, and Grant is going to get the Auburn first down, it would appear. 1st and 10 for Auburn from the 24. Johnson with time, looking deep, throws it deep, and it is intercepted at the 26-yard line. Fred Payne, number 3, with the interception, the first of Johnson's career.
Where the defensive back is not.
First down and 10 for Western Carolina, and Mitchell is back at the quarterback spot, and a handoff to the tailback, and maybe back to the line of scrimmage. And second down and 7, and movement by the left guard, Tanner Poindexter, I believe. No, Matt DeGraffenry, number 63.
Start. Offense, number 63. 5 drops from the previous spot. Still second down.
Mitchell out of the shotgun. And it's Ramsey with the carry. Mitchell looks and throws. And that's intercepted for Auburn. Jonathan Mincy with the interception. And let's see how far Mincy can take this one back. In Western Carolina territory, taken down at the 48-yard line.
Get away from him.
Sean Coleman is set up as a tight end right now. A flag is down. Ricardo Lewis on the catch. And Lewis spun around at the Western Carolina 45 and down to the 42. Fred Payne, cornerback number 3, came up to make the stop. He already has an interception. But number 39, Sean Coleman, is getting some work today. Or excuse me, 37, Coleman is getting some work today at a tight end spot.
Offense, number 35. 5 yards from the previous spot. Still second down.
And Mason in the backfield. And he gets the carry, bounces to the outside, gets a block. Mason down the sideline, inside the 20, inside the 10, and he's in for the touchdown. Or did he go out of bounds? Nope, touchdown.
Touchdown. A great run. And
Parkey is on for the extra point. The kick is up, and the kick is good. Cody Parkey to kick it away. No chance for Sean Warren. First and 10 for the 25. Mitchell with the carry after the second down and 10. Mitchell, quarterback draw, and tripped by Casanova McKenzie. 4 wide set, the handoff. And this is Warren. And back across the line of scrimmage. Juan Bray from the 31-yard line. And he lost a couple yards. Johnson to Trey Mason. Mason throws one player down and then is taken out of bounds. Tonius Harris on the end of that. Johnson looks and throws for Ricardo Lewis out of the break and in down 31-yard line. Johnson steps up and throws to Melvin Ray, and Ray's got the first down. Breaks free out to the 45-yard line. Johnson throws, and a nice catch near the first down marker. Again, Melvin Ray. Yards, 44 yards on the day for Ray on 3 catches. Johnson with time to throw. And his first running attempt will be just a couple of yards. Under 3:20 to go in the first quarter or first half. Johnson slant throws incomplete. Behind the intended receiver, Tony Stevens at that right tackle spot. Johnson throws, it's the screen. And a nice man, or Tony Stevens makes one man miss. And Johnson looks and throws, it's complete to Mason, shy of the first down. And he's taken down at the 30-yard line. But Johnson on the rollout, throws. Marcus Davis has it. Davis has it for a first down. Play action throw across the middle. That is Stevens. And Stevens dives into the end zone for the touchdown.
Well, that's what happens when you put the ball in the right spot and give your receivers to catch it in stride. He's able.
Parkey with the extra point. And perfect first half. Parkey kicks this one away. And no opportunity again for us in the backfield, along with Eddie Sullivan back at the quarterback spot for Western Carolina. And Lewis in motion as Sullivan drops the pass and throws the slant route to Willie Police. Hand off and nothing doing. Absent. Handoff again to Lewis, and he may lose a couple yards on the play. Catamounts. And it does not matter who Western Carolina has. And the handoff to Sean Warren, and he is swarmed under. Sullivan on the roll, looks and he throws, and it is incomplete. He is in there on defense for Auburn. 3rd and 11 for Western Carolina. Sullivan a short drop, and he throws incomplete. With both Bray and Reed to receive this punt. Left-footed low line drive kick. And Bray watches it bounce and takes one bounce and heads out of bounds. And Auburn will open its first. Johnson the handoff. Nope, Johnson will run it. And Jeremy with a move and knocked out of bounds. Auburn 36. And the throw, it is complete to Ricardo Lewis. First down, makes one man. Well, he didn't miss. 10 from the 46. Johnson, play action, floats it. It's complete. Bray. Quan inside Western Carolina territory. And take Corey Grant with the carry. And Grant upended at the 40-yard line, but that. And the handoff goes to Cameron Artis-Payne. And Payne stays on his feet, and he's down to the 16-yard line. Johnson throws. Ricardo Lewis with the catch, and Auburn's going to lose a couple yards out of this one. One of the very. Payne to the backfield. Johnson with the big hole and the carry. Nice stutter step. And Johnson dives to the end zone. And out of bounds. They'll now mark him out of bounds at around the 4-yard line. Bray, the man in motion. Johnson looks, throws to Bray, touchdown. Bray in motion to the line of scrimmage, and then Ryan White the hold. The kick is up, and the kick is good. And out of the back of the end zone on the fly. One step drop and throws, and incomplete. Pass was. Sullivan drops. He was in pressure. He completes the pass, however, to Carnoris Benson, who's still on his feet into Auburn territory and down at the 40-yard line. Sullivan sets and drops almost a one-handed catch. 2nd down. Sullivan throws and incomplete. Calling signals out of the shotgun. In some trouble. Down he goes. He really had nowhere. Seacrest will try to pin Auburn deep. End over end kick that Bray lets bounce. It takes a neutral bounce and down at the 14-yard line. He is in that fraternity along with Gabe Gross, now Jeremy Johnson, a true freshman starting for Auburn. And a carry across the 15-yard line for sophomore Jonathan Wallace. Payne will get the carry and bounces to the outside, and he's into the clear. And it's now a foot race. He makes one man miss, and down to the 25-yard line. Jaleel Lorquette, Batten in motion. Wallace with the throw and incomplete, a little bit in front of Ricardo Lewis. From the 25. The handoff to Cameron Artis-Payne. Reverses field. Back up the middle. He's going to go. Touchdown. 25 yards on the carry.
What a great job of using your vision as a running back. And
the day for Auburn. And it is true. At Texas A&M as Parkey puts the foot into it. And off the back line of the end zone. Back at the quarterback spot. From the 25, 1st and 10, play action goes deep down the sideline, complete.
Boy, you talking
Terry and Robinson with the catch. He may have caught the back end of that football. Sullivan steps into the pocket and he's taken down. It'll be a loss.
Elijah Daniel, I believe.
Sullivan in trouble, and down he goes again. 40, and now scrimmaging from the 49. Sullivan flushed on the rollout. Looking down the sideline, incomplete.
The situation is, and obviously they are.
Seacrest to punt it away. High punt. Bray will let it bounce. And now picks it up. And Bray out across the 20. He took a chance on that, but he's close to the 29-yard line for Auburn. And Lyman will get the carry. Number 41 bowls his way for about 9 yards on. Lyman again on the carry. Lyman gets the first down. Good second effort across the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 41. Lyman again. Nice move out to the 45-yard line. Right now this is the Lyman show for Auburn, at least on this drive. Batten in motion. Wallace looking to throw. Now tucks it, and he's going to run, and he's got the first down. And Lyman again with a spin move at the line and then taken down after a yard. And there is his first carry. And Ford puts the head down inside the 40-yard line. And Jonathan Ford with the carry. First down and more. He's into the clear. Jonathan Ford, 10, 5, touchdown.
Wow. Pure unadulterated speed.
Oh, the punt, the snap is taken down by White. Now Ryan's going to try and run it in, and he's shy. He's a little upset he didn't get to kick the extra point, so he just booms it 4 yards beyond the line. And the tailback across the 25-yard line, maybe gets a yard, and that's about all. Sullivan, the quarterback for Western Carolina, who will throw it here. Sullivan looks and throws, and it's incomplete. Coming out of his... Sullivan steps up into the pocket. He's being flushed out. He's going to get out of bounds. And he gets to the 35 yards shy of a Western Carolina first down. High punt. Bray takes it at the 35 and calls for a fair catch. Jonathan Wallace is the quarterback now for the Tigers. And a handoff across the 40-yard line out to about the 42-yard line. And he will get to carry again. And he has a first down across midfield. The 3 Auburn. Shakespeare again with the carry. Bursts through. Down to the sideline. Switches that hand with the football. And out of bounds at the 22. Make that the 23-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 23. Chandler Shakespeare stood up at the 20-yard line. That's about all he'll get on this carry. The carry. Shakespeare tries to bounce to the outside. He'll get a couple more yards. And Shakespeare with the carry. First down and more to the 10. Shakespeare makes one man miss. And he gets 5 yards, still on his feet. It'll be Shakespeare on the carry, gets a couple. It'll be 3rd down and goal from the 3. And Auburn gets the play off, and Shakespeare with the carry. And he is stacked up at the line of scrimmage, and that's about all he's going to get. And there is the 10th. And he'll get a couple more yards, and Auburn will turn it over on downs. From its own 8. Handoff. No, this is Sullivan on the carry. Quarterback breaks into the clear and ridden out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Auburn touchdown today. He's out there cornerback right now at the bottom of your screen. And a nice run near the 30-yard line for Western Carolina. Again with the carry close to the 30-yard line. Auburn will play at 2:30 at Texas A&M. Brown again with the carry. Sullivan with the carry. Nice spin move or slide move on 3rd down today. And Seacrest kicks it away, and Bray will just let this one bounce and roll inside the 10-yard line. With 1:05 remaining in this one. That's not the victory formation, but Wallace will take a knee.